It's time for our pit stop. Here, we take a brief rest. It's a time to refuel, recharge, and explore shorter topics that are meaningful and helpful to us RVers. Welcome to RV Out West. I'm your host, Brooks. If you've been a listener long enough, you may have heard the story of Pippa the Pop-Up. But she is what got us started in the RV life back in 2019. At that time, we just wanted to really be able to sleep off of the ground. That little tent trailer treated us well. She was my first towing experience and my introduction to RV maintenance. After a few summers, we knew then that we wanted to continue to RV camp. And for us, one of the greatest benefits of trailer camping is that we can extend our camping season to include the shoulder seasons here in the Pacific Northwest. The campgrounds are quieter, it's not as hot, and even camping in the rain has become fun. The sound of the droplets going pitter-patter on the trailer just make for such a cozy experience. My wife and I had also been discussing the pros of an air conditioner, as Eastern Washington can get pretty hot in the summer, and it was very difficult to cool the tent trailer to make it comfortable to sleep in. The conversations at this point were more futuristic and not necessarily any sort of directive or like, let's go act and make this happen. Then COVID shut the world down, and our world slowed down, way down. We found ourselves spending more time together. We played mini games of Catan. We no longer were running here and there for the kids' extracurricular activities. All the various appointments that one has in life just stopped, and we were able to just be. I know that wasn't everyone's experiences, but that was ours. I swore to myself that when this all was in the rear view, I wouldn't allow myself to get so damn busy again. That was just a dream, and I think I'm busier now than I was pre-pandemic. I don't even know how it happened. It just is. When I reflect on it, though, there is one thing that I know that I'm responsible for, and that is the amount of camping that we do. November 2020, I received a call from an RV dealership about an hour and a half away from our home, and they had a Jayco travel trailer that we were interested in, and they asked if we wanted to come down and look at it. My wife and I shrugged and said, sure, why not? So we scheduled a time to go down and we looked at it. And that's all it took. We bought it. It was exactly what we were looking for our family. While it sounds like a spontaneous decision, it wasn't. There was a bit of planning in the background, but this one decision to buy this trailer has changed the course of our lives and plotted us on many new adventures. I will never forget hooking up to our 26-foot travel trailer for the first time, looking at the combo of my F-150 and the trailer and just how long and tall I was. I had never towed anything this big before. This was a first, and I had just jumped into the deep end. I was excited with a healthy dose of a little bit of nerves. As I reflect on our decision to buy our trailer when we did, I'm not sure that I thought that the impact that RVing would have on our family. While we do find ourselves busier now with our kids' activities of sports and scouting, we make it a priority to go camping and to use our trailer. The times that we spend RVing as a family are those moments that are creating lifelong memories for our children and for us as parents. We allow our kids to almost run feral at the campground. It is a place that we allow them probably the truest form of freedom that they even know at this point in their lives. When I am camping, the sounds of the kids playing, everyone off screens, for the most part, because we do let them have the screens for sure in the morning so that we adults can sleep in. But it brings me back to that feeling I had during the COVID lockdown. It's this myopic view of just that day. There are no plans or schedules. Yes, there are camp chores, but I can putter around and get them done and enjoy just being with the people that I'm camping with. It's as if the outside world doesn't even exist. I think that's why I want to camp just about every weekend. It is why I seemingly am not at home. The inertia that has me going is more about getting there so I can unplug, unwind, and breathe. It doesn't happen when I'm at home. When I am at home, I look around and just see chores. The garage needs to be cleaned, the lawn needs to be mowed, the laundry's piling up, and I don't want to spend all of my weekends doing those things. Not that anybody does, but I don't get that feeling of relaxation in my home like I do when I'm in the camper. I know that the COVID lockdown experience wasn't the same for everyone. My sister is a 20-plus year seasoned trauma nurse at a level 1 trauma hospital, and the stories she has shared with us about that time and what her life was like working, worried that she may be exposing her family and the stress of it all, that was very different from my family's experiences. We were lucky that our jobs could transition to remote, and I also know that's not the case for everyone. It was a challenging and difficult time for so many. My point to all of this, though, isn't necessarily about COVID. I think Mark Twain has said it best, and so I'm going to leave you with this quote. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off those bow lines, sail away from safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sail, explore, dream, discover. Thank you so much for listening. I deeply appreciate it. I'm asking you to please help the show grow and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss an episode. And be sure to share it with a fellow RVer. Bonus if you leave RV Out West a rating and a review. Thanks so much for listening to RV Out West. Join us again in 2 weeks with our next episode. Please like and subscribe to our podcast on iTunes or wherever you choose to get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. And I sure would appreciate if you left a rating or a review of the show. Special thanks to Scott Holmes Music for providing the intro song, We Are One. RV Out West can be found on Instagram and Facebook, where you can interact with us and follow along on our RV adventures around the Pacific Northwest. So get out there, explore, and go see what's beyond the horizon.